The Boston Celtics have not yet officially acquired Anfernee Simons after agreeing to trade Drew Holiday to Portland last week in exchange for 2 second-round picks and the guard. Whether Simons will officially become a member of the Celtics remains uncertain, as the team continues to explore trade possibilities this week, including some that involve the guard, according to Mass Live earlier this week. Boston is actively looking for ways to cut salary in order to reshape its roster and maintain flexibility to retain Al Horford and Luke Kornet in free agency. Simons stands out as a clear candidate to be moved as part of that financial strategy, especially considering he is set to earn $27.7 million next season. So, what kinds of deals could exist between Boston and Simons if the team opts to shift focus with its new acquisition in search of additional assets or cost reduction? Let's explore a few teams where a trade could be feasible. The Celtics would undoubtedly aim to shed salary in any deal involving Simons, similar to what they initially did in the Holiday trade. Unless a team like the Nets is willing to take on salary overage under the cap for a high-end player, as they did in the Kristaps Porzingis-Terrence Mann trade, any team acquiring Simons would need to send back at least $22.08 million in salary to satisfy NBA trade rules. For that reason, moving Simons would be significantly more difficult than trading a player like Sam Hauser or Georges Niang, who have smaller salaries that could fit into many trade exceptions or mid-level exceptions across the league without requiring matching salary in return. So what types of trade scenarios could actually work if Boston decides to move Simons? Bucks, they have 2 movable contracts in Bobby Portis, if he opts in, and Pat Connaughton. However, keeping Portis is likely a priority if they lose Brook Lopez, so this seems unlikely. Bulls, plenty of expiring contracts here that could be moved in any deal, Kevin Huerter/Jevon Carter/Zach Collins/Kobe White. Some of the defensive backcourt surplus was resolved with the Lonzo Ball trade on Saturday, but it's unclear whether they're looking for another guard. Hornets, backup guard Trey Mann is a free agent, and there are some movable contracts on the roster, although none particularly appealing to Boston aside from cost savings. Jusuf Nurkic, Josh Green, Grant Williams, and Josh Okogie are other possible movable salaries. Wizards, a reunion move for Marcus Smart may be on the table. Smart makes $21.5 million, so Washington would need to add a bit more to make the numbers work. Lakers, they have bigger holes to fill than backup guard, but the math could work in a trade involving Gabe Vincent, Maxi Kleber, or Jared Vanderbilt. Clippers, Bogdan Bogdanović and Drew Eubanks could be part of a deal that gets close to the necessary salary matching. The big question is whether the Clippers would prefer Simons over Bogdanović. Kings, a true wild-card team with several players available on the trade market from their rotation. If new GM Scott Perry is a fan of Simons, Sacramento has the depth and assets to make something happen. Jazz, another team with multiple expiring contracts that could help Boston cut salary. Jordan Clarkson and KJ Martin would work from a salary matching standpoint. The same goes for Colin Sexton, perhaps as part of a low-cost offer for Simons. However, it's unclear whether Utah would be interested in bringing in Simons after drafting 2 first-round guards, Ace Bailey and Walter Clayton Jr. If you enjoy our content, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.